guys,
hey,
and welcome back to Ask Shauni and Mondi.
That's right.
I'm Shauni.
And I am Mondi.
And we are the owners of UrbanWellBred.com.
That's
Today, we are going to talk major key alert.
What?
DJ Khaled, major key alert.
Oh, you started me with that one. Threw me off on that one.
We are going to be talking about the major keys to a lasting and happy relationship.
Happy, yes.
Okay, what you got, man?
Well, what I was going to say is, first off, we're not professionals, obviously. We're experienced, so just take what we say with a grain of salt, but listen to it, because we've got something to say.
We do, experience counts for a lot.
It sure does.
You can read a book all day long,
Absolutely.
But experience counts for a whole lot.
Absolutely, yes. And I think that one of the major keys to a successful and healthy and prosperous relationship or marriage, in that case, whatever it may be, is to have fun. You gotta have fun.
Yes.
And I think what we do when even in our bad times, we're having fun.
Yeah.
We laugh, guys. We laugh. We find something in it to laugh about.
Because I'm dumb silly.
Yes, she is extremely silly, and I laugh at her jokes all the time. She makes me laugh, and I think that's a great thing. You got to see her cut loose one of these days. Maybe we'll get her to do that one time.
Maybe not. But I think the very first thing in a successful relationship, you have to be good with yourself. You have to have good self-confidence. You have to be okay with yourself. You can't expect someone else to make you happy.
Yes.
You have to you have to already be happy.
Yes.
Because if you're expecting someone else to do the work for you that you should have done for yourself, you will find yourself sorely.
I got an unction right there.
There was an unction. You find yourself sorely disappointed.
Absolutely.
We have to, dig deep. We got to dig deep and do the work on ourselves. First of all, you have to figure out what it is that you are wanting from that person so badly, and figure out how to get that thing yourself.
Yes.
Number one, recognize that there is an issue.
Yes.
And then secondly, find out the source of that issue, where it came from, why you're feeling that way, who did it to you, and do all that sort of thing. And then you have to forgive the person or the situation.
That is true. Forgiveness, guys. So that's the next one. You've got to be able to forgive. Forgive yourself and forgive them.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's big. So I like that. The whole self thing and being able to be happy with yourself first, because if you want something from somebody, you've got to reflect it first. So is that sort of like the law of attraction?
Yes. Absolutely. Kind of like the law of attraction, right? So if you find yourself with scumbags all the time, you got to take a look at yourself and say, look, what are my issues that I'm dealing with internally that is attracting these type of people to me? Right? You might want something else, but you got to take a look at yourself and go, wait a minute, let me step back here.
Yes.
What am I doing? What part of me is damaged? Because listen, I've been through this now. I'm telling you right now, I'm still working on myself because it takes work.
Yes.
But if you find yourself with these type of people that you don't want to be with, you gotta look at yourself and say, what damage is inside of me? What internal damage do I have that I'm attracting these type of people to me?
It's a very good point.
You get what I'm saying?
That's a very, very good point. And I think I'll piggyback off of that. Well, no, I won't piggyback off of that. I'm going to add my own point to this.
All right.
I'm going to say you got to be able to look for the good in people.
Yes.
So, you can be in a relationship and you guys are always fighting all the time, but if you really want it to work, you got to look for the good in that person, regardless of what it is. And if you can't find the good in them, it's because you're really not looking, because everyone has good in them.
Except sociopaths. and psychopaths.
Yeah.
And they're very charming, by the way.
That's true.
They'll get you. You better watch out for them psychopaths because they are something else.
That's true too.
Okay, but
for the people who are not psychopaths or sociopaths, and you're in a fairly common relationship or a normal relationship,
right,
and you guys are having rough patches, you still have to look for the good in that person, even in the midst of the bad times.
True. And but the next thing I was going to talk about, though, major thing, communication. Now, this sounds cliche, right? But it's cliche for a reason.
We hear it all the time. They always talk about
communication. Okay, so what I mean by that is the difference between hearing and listening to someone.
Okay.
Right? When you just hear them, like just hear the words that are coming out of their mouth, generally you are preparing yourself for a defense. Right? You're preparing yourself for a comeback.
A response
to what they're saying, especially if you're in a disagreement about something. If you're not agreeing about something in that moment, you're really preparing. You hearing just enough to prepare yourself for a defense instead of really listening to them and trying to understand what it is that is bothering them. Right?
So Iyanla says, so what I heard you say is.
So what I heard you say is this, right? And you have to really listen and take that in, right? Because you want your partner to be happy.
True.
Right? But you're fighting to make your point against what they are saying, as opposed to hearing what they are saying, internalizing that, saying to them, this is what I heard you say, right? And then you have to also look at them and say, I heard from you when you made that statement, what I heard was this.
Right.
And you give them a chance to explain, as opposed to you thinking it's one thing and they're thinking it's a completely another thing. We went through this a lot.
Yeah. It's about learning the language, because sometimes you want to hear what you want to hear.
True.
And it helps to validate your own point.
True.
As opposed to really hearing what the person is saying, being active and listening and taking in, like, as you say, internalizing what they said, and then understanding what it was said. You know what I mean? Yeah,
communication is massive. And like I said, it is definitely cliche for a reason, because that is going to be the thing, really, like the glue that holds everything together, because people want to be listened to.
True.
People want to be heard.
People want to be
heard. And if they don't feel like you're hearing them, listening to them, and really taking it in and trying to, resolve that problem with it, that's going to be some out.
Yes.
There's gonna be some resentment.
Did you say alt?
Some alt. That's church.
Oh.
You don't know what that is?
I know what that is.
All right, come on.
Just for some of our listeners
on, you Jesus.
Who don't know.
Come on, you Jesus goers. You know what that alt is. Out against your brethren.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And then that causes resentment.
It sure does.
That causes resentment in this.
Does.
I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like I am.
This is unscripted, by the way, guys. We don't have any scripts or anything like that. This is off the cuff. We are freestyling. We're letting you know exactly how we do it.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I was saying, is when you have resentment against somebody, that thing builds.
It does build.
Right? And you don't feel like, oh, no, I don't have no problem with you.
Yeah.
But if you see them coming home in the evening, you're like, oh, Lord have mercy.
Yes.
Here they come. You know what I mean?
Why are you still breathing?
Why you brush your teeth like that? Why you eat like that? Why you always wearing purple?
Yes. Everything they do is
that's resentment.
Out of you. Yes.
That's out.
And it builds. So that's what out is, and it builds over time. And unless you get that stuff out, it's just going to compound itself over time, and it's going to come out over something as silly as the person laughing at something on TV.
Are you laughing? You always sniveling at something. Well, you're so silly. Ain't serious about nothing. You get what I'm saying?
You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right, and I love that. And man, those are great points. So what did we say? We said communication.
Yeah.
We said forgiveness.
Well, we didn't really talk about forgiveness, but we can.
Yes.
Okay, forgiveness, and then we talk about self. Self is first. You got to get yourself straight first, and we're gonna talk more about that, getting yourself straight.
Yes.
And what it takes, man. Because
Yes.
woo, it took me some time and some effort, and most of the time, people don't want to deal with themselves and their issues because it is painful.
Yes.
And because it takes work.
There's work involved. It's,
right.
It's easy to take the low road.
But there is light. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Let me tell you, my friends. If you are going through that dark tunnel, it can be scary.
Yes.
Right? You don't know what's on behind you, on the side of you. You don't know what you're going to step on. But if you keep going, I promise you'll start to see light at the end of that tunnel, and before you know it, you're out and you sunshine and you like happiness is lit.
It is, but you know what was the key to that is that we had each other during that time.
Very true.
So we didn't go through it, and you didn't go through it alone.
True.
We went through it together. We dealt with it, and we worked on it together.
We absolutely did, and you have to have a partner.
You have to have one, guys.
That is willing. It takes two people. It takes two to make that thing work out. I'm telling you.
To make a thing go right.
It takes two to make a thing go right. Hey. If you see this move here, I know what area you from. You know what it is. So guys, we're gonna call this one a day.
Man.
We're gonna call it right here.
Call it. But yeah, so guys, as always, if you have any comments, any ideas of anything that you want us to talk about, or something you want to say about what we said, maybe you agree with it, maybe you don't, drop it in the comment box down below.
We'll respond to it. We ain't never scared. Okay, A-Town.
On the way, baby.
And guys, please also take a look at these shirts.
That's
Liberty and justice for all.
That is
like
right.
I said in the last video, not for some.
For
Liberty
all.
and justice for all. That's what it's all about. And if you're feeling here we go. Here we go. And if you're feeling very powerful,
that's right.
Like he's feeling with the Terry Crews jump, take a look at us at and please support us at www.urbanwellbred.com.
That's right, guys, and don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe, please, because we need your subscriptions.
Please. But guys, those are some of the things. Maybe we should do a part 2 on this. What do you think?
Because this is not one of those things you can resolve or just go through in this short period of time. You have to have a part 2, and I think we can expound upon it even more.
Until next week.
We'll see you.
We'll see you then. Peace.